obviously there are times that I'm too tired to go or
Really?
something like that. Yes.
Wow, and
There
I
be
never
times.
missed any class. Also, you know.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
yes, I missed one.
Wow.
One, yes, I
Just
can.
one class.
Yes, just one, and that one I was admitted in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
just one, and I still didn't make it first class.
Oh.
Much shame. We live in a world where it is very important to engage young people. Why? Because they shape the world, they transform things, and of course, their conversation truly matter. My name is Ayo Alade, and I welcome you to a special edition of Rooted, the conversation that matter. On Rooted, we bring young people, we have conversation about career, about education, basically about life. But one thing remains here about Rooted. We also talk about faith, because again, we understand that it's very impossible to be a whole being without your creator. Once again, you're welcome to Rooted, and this is Wells Television. You're watching us live right now on YouTube, and so remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. How can you do that? Just go beneath that video. You're going to find the subscribe button. Ensure that you tap on the subscribe button, and when you do that, turn on post notification so that whenever we drop a new episode of Rooted or any other video on this YouTube channel, you will be the first person to get that notification. Once again, you're welcome to Rooted, the conversation that matter. My guest on the show today is a young Nigerian, and I'm very excited to have a very young person on the show. I'm not old, by the way, but it's also very important to have a very young Nigerian on the show, because we're going to be having very trendy conversation, very bubbling conversation, something you're going to learn from. And so if you're a young person watching this video right now, please invite someone to also come on board and watch this video. My guest on the show today is Ayo Alade. My namesake, by the way. Mine is Ayo Dich.
Oh, that's nice.
Yours is what?
Ayo
Alade.
Yes.
All right, so this is Ayo Alade, and together we're going to be having this great conversation, and I'm sure you're going to learn from this. Welcome to the show, Ayo.
Thank you very much.
How do you feel?
Not bad.
Not bad.
I'm excited.
Excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited to have you too. Let's talk about academics. I want us to start from there.
Okay.
You know, while Ayo and I were catching up, I realized that Ayo is a first class student. And I'm usually thrilled by first class graduates, right? Because I tried. I tried, but for principalities and powers, the powers that be, and for those of us who schooled in the, federal or state institution, it can be a lot, right? But for a first class student, share with me, what's your routine like?
Okay. Well, I want to first start with the fact that it has not been easy. I can't lie.
You can say that again.
But basically, I tried to just be intentional about my academics. Because when you're intentional, okay, you have to do this at this time.
Yeah.
So you just put your mind to it. If you are just going with the flow, you might not achieve what you're
so
meant
much,
to.
yeah.
Yes, what you're meant to achieve. So basically, I wake up very early as possible, try and prepare for my classes and things like that. I make sure to attend almost all my classes. Obviously, there are times that I'm too tired to go or something like that. Yes.
Wow, and I never missed any class.
Wow.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I missed one.
Wow.
One, yes, I
just
can.
One class.
Yes, just one. And that one I was admitted in the hospital.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just one. And I still didn't make it first class.
Oh.
Much shame.
Well, it's not, I won't say it's the classes that make me a first class student.
Right.
It is my personal research and the extra work that I put into it.
Yeah.
I've missed a few classes, but I try to catch up on those things that I've missed in the classes. I would not say I read every day, but I start by reading so much before exam season.
Which can you say is responsible for which of your routine? Would you say it's because you prepare way ahead of time? Do you say it's probably because you read at night? Which would you say, aside from the God factor? Yes, because I know that's also very important. But
yeah, like you said, aside from the God factor, I think it's the fact that I start early. Not necessarily like 3 months before exams, but when I start reading, I repeat the things that I read. Like, once I've read this today, okay, it's always on my mind. When I'm on the road, when I'm trying to go and get food, it's ringing in my head. I'm trying to recall what I've read.
Do you cram?
It's not cramming. I won't say it's cramming. Like, I try to relate it with
reality.
With reality, exactly. Yeah. So, and my course, I study political science.
Maybe because your course is a bit more real.
Yes.
It's not as abstract as some other courses.
I feel like my strengths have been courses that you can relate with in reality.
In real life, yeah.
Like while I was in secondary school, I really liked economics because you can easily put it in place. You understand? So once I read something, I try to like relate it in real life. It comes to my mind, try to like repeat it. Once I forget, go back to it, repeat. So it's the fact that I start early.
Very early.
Yes. So I think that's
let's talk about your childhood. Okay. I mean, a lot of us aspired. We loved first class. We loved first class. Oh my goodness. I mean, for someone like me, I was close to the University of Ibadan very early.
Okay.
Before age 7 or 9, I used to go to University of Ibadan early because a very close family friend of ours was a professor. He's late now, and so we used to go there a lot. And so I liked the school setting. I still like the school setting. I like the school setting early, and the first class thing, I started seeing that quite early. Was the old thing, what's going up like for you? And can we connect that to where you are now academically? Are you from a family of bookworms?
Okay. Well, I would not say I was really I was not really at the top of my class, right? From primary school and secondary school, in fact. But I was not doing bad. My parents, my mom has a doctorate, my dad has a doctorate. I will not say we are the bookworm family. Okay. Do you understand? But they like education in my school. Yeah. In my family. Yeah. I would say I'm the child that does not even really read a lot in my family. I can count how many novels I've read in my life. Yeah. Do you understand? But I still tried my best to like stay there. I was always, if not part of the first 10. I didn't try to I tried not to drop out of the first 10. When I got into university, I was not too passionate about the first class thing. Okay. I would not say it was circumstantial, but I became the class rep like the first few months of my university, and I realized that people always looked up to me. Do you understand? Right from there. So I
just by being the class rep.
By being the class rep. Yeah. So I had to prove that okay, I'm not also
make a point. Yes. I was going to ask that if you're not say like on top of your class in secondary or in primary school, what changed exactly?
Yeah. But the fact that I was not on top of my class does not mean I didn't do well.
I know, right? Yeah.
In my final exams, I did pretty well. I had one of the best JAMB results in my school.
What did you make out of that?
I think like 279 or something like that for art students. Then don't let me generalize.
What do you mean by
that? Yes, now because in my school, science students we getting 300 and something. Right. But for us, I don't know, maybe because of the CRS or the government, I don't understand. We usually get below 300, but it was going to be very high, 300. So I had one of the best results in JAMB. My YX was really, really good. Yeah. So I would not say I was academically inclined. I'm academically inclined, but not necessarily the best. So when I entered the university, the ginger was there. Everybody was looking up to me. My mom was saying, "Hey, Ayo, please."
Are you the first child?
I'm not the first child. I'm the last child.
Okay. How about your siblings? Your older siblings?
My older siblings, my sister has graduated already. She graduated very close to a first class.
Okay. Private uni? Federal school?
Private
State
university.
Okay. The same school as you?
Not the same school. I think she attended Mountain Top University.
Okay, Mountain Top. Okay.
Very, very close. So he pinned her. Like a 4.4,
almost there,
something like that.
Wow.
So he pinned her. My brother is in his is finishing up.
Okay. What school?
University of Ibadan.
Okay.
Yeah. But for me, I
still on the first class, your brother?
I'm not sure. I've never really asked.
Yeah, that UI piece. Another conversation.
I've never really asked to think of it because it's the firstborn.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we don't talk too much about academics like that. It's
Exactly.
only I need money. He said money to me.
Your money back. But I mean, having a chat with you before the show, and one of the things I think I appreciate about your personality is that you have a mixture of academics, social life, and other things.
Yes.
You're also an entertainer.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you a quick story.
Okay.
I mean, I shared with you, while in uni, I did a lot of stuff around entertainment. I was all over the place. I loved my books too, but if there's anything that kind of hindered maybe my desire to probably be on a great point, it's probably the entertainment distraction, as I was making a living out of it, right? And getting to see that you love entertainment, you dance, you're also a politician on campus. How do you put all of these things together? Because, I mean, you're pretty young. You don't mind me sharing your age?
Yeah, I don't mind.
It's actually 19 years, right? And it's so beautiful to see that you're putting all of this thing in one plate, and academically, you're still on point.
Yeah.
How do you manage all of them? Don't you get overwhelmed? Do you get stuff from your parents as to, Ayo, calm down? I got a lot of calm down. Yeah, where are you running to? In fact, sometimes when I look at myself now and I say, where exactly, really? See where we are now. Where exactly? Of course, I'm grateful for them. But again, if you look back and say, that would really have, when I see people like you, I feel like, if I don't calm down small. Right? How do you put all of these things in one?
Okay, so like I said earlier, is the intentionality. I try to manage my time very well. I dance in my school. We wear like full corporate. You can't just wear top and everything. So I dance in my corporate wears. Once I finish class, I remember, okay, I want to do 1 or 2 videos.
Right.
So I have to go shoot my videos before I go back to the hostel, because I know once I go back to the hostel, it might be a problem to come out back, set up the camera and everything.
I do that.
So yes, so I'll try my best to shoot videos either on weekends or immediately after my classes. When I get back, then I know, okay, it's time to read.
All right. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. All right, you're welcome back. This is still Rooted, the conversation that matter. And of course, we still have our guest in the studio, Ayo Alade, is still right here. And of course, before we went on the break, we had this conversation, or we're having this conversation about, Ayo mixing entertainment, academics, and so many things. And I know you're explaining about, how you shoot your videos, your dance videos. You want to share more about that or any other things you do around entertainment?
Well, basically, like I said, I just try to make sure that this time is for this time is for that. I also would like to, I've been dancing around it in church now. I'm part of the drama unit and everything. I also would like to go into acting.
Let's talk about acting for a moment. I know that your dad is the minister of the gospel.
Yes.
What kind of film do you want to act or produce?
Okay, well, not necessarily gospel music.
You're saying that with a big smile on your face. But let's go.
Not necessarily gospel.
Yeah.
Will I say, is it gospel now?
Yes.
Not necessarily
we have gospel
movies
films.
that
are Christ-based.
Christ-based.
Okay.
But it does not have to be carnal. It does not have to be things that defy the laws of God. You understand? It can just be pure entertainment. You understand?
Pure entertainment. I want you to define entertainment, because there's a thin line between. I know that now we have the full Christian gospel films,
Yes.
where the end of it is usually leading people to Christ or touching a critical part of spirituality in the Christian faith, that a lot of people find boring, now tag boring. And now we see the new generation of Christian films where we see the mixture of some secular characters, secular film actors, featuring in them, and the producers still tell you that it's a Christian film. Yes, the end story will still edify Christ, but the material, the characters, these are some actors that you will see do some of the carnal films come on board. Is that the kind of film you want to produce? I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I just want to get the bigger picture. And I'm asking all of this. It's okay if you want to do secular films, right? But because your dad or your parents, are, ministers in the church, right? And we know the picture, what people want to see of ministers' children, is that going to be a challenge? Have you thought about that? Have you had this conversation with your parents? Really?
Okay, well, within my family, it's not necessarily going to be a challenge.
Okay.
Because while I dance, I don't dance to Christian music all the time. There have been times that I dance to
the ones that trend.
The ones that trend. Not necessarily. Sometimes we, because I have a crew, we dance to Christian music, we dance in church and things like that. My dad is a very huge supporter of the things
what
I
you do.
Yes.
Yeah.
So even he posts my videos at times
and
things like that. So the only problem with that is all the people say, hey, I'm venerable.
Yeah, this kind of film.
Do you understand? And if you are always thinking of what will they say about me, it's really about what you want. Don't care of other people.
Let's talk about being a minister's kid. I mean, I know there is this word called PK. Pastor's kid. Have you ever been called that?
Yeah, a lot of times.
And I can relate because my dad is not a pastor. So I can't really relate. But I know friends who are pastor's kid. And even those of us who are not pastor's kid, we just expect them to be a certain way. And it's highly disappointing when you find them in certain places, even from people who equally do these things.
Yes.
You look at pastor's kid and say, even you, have you ever been there? What are some of the pressure? What are the things you deal with? Can you share one or two experiences, if there is any?
Okay, well, I would first of all like to say that I don't let it get to me. I don't like the phrases, a pastor's child. I don't like it, but anytime they say it, I don't let it get to me because there's no difference between us. If your father is a devout Christian, he attends church and everything. So what differentiates him?
You and I.
Exactly. Yeah. What differentiates us? We were brought up in Christian homes, taught by Christian people, taught the same virtues. So what's making you do things that I cannot do? Do you understand? I've been in some situations that I'm like,
I don't know.
Is that
I don't know.
I always feel like I'm a part of my father's ministry. So there is a level to the things that I can do, at least in public. Do you understand? I won't lie, there are some times that I've done things that I'm not proud of. I feel everybody has. But I try to be conscious of the fact that I have a reputation to keep. And at the same time, still try and enjoy myself.
What do you mean by enjoy yourself? Because I know that your generation and mine, they are two different worlds.
Okay.
And I used to think my generation is the happening generation. But when I see what you people do, hey, Jesus.
Okay.
My mind is just blown away.
Yeah.
As a young person, and maybe not just about you, but people in your age bracket, what do you people call enjoyment?
Well, it might be different for the definition of enjoyment
for other people.
Other people.
Yeah.
But to me, it's just what makes me relax, what I enjoy doing, what makes me feel.
Do you like to party?
To an extent, yes.
What do you mean to an extent? What kind of parties do you like to?
I don't necessarily like loud music, staying in a confined area with people sweating and all of that. But I really like to go to like hangouts with my friends, those kind of things. I can stay in that kind of like club-like situation.
Okay.
But I don't like for too long.
Let me ask you this question. When you and your peeps or peers, contemporaries, when you hang out, whether male or female, what do you people talk about? Because sometimes when I see teenagers or I see young under 20 guys in their 20s or early 20s, they feel like they are the happening people. And like life just revolve around them. And sometimes I want to get into their head. What are you people thinking? Because at the time when I was in my, I finished university quite early too. I finished university at 22.
Wow.
And at the time when I finished uni 21, 22, all I just wanted to do was life. Like I just wanted to move to the career, But I realized that these people don't think like that. So they just want to party, wake up, party from morning till night, spend money. What do you people talk about?
Okay.
What drives you people?
I would say I have like different groups of friends.
Yes.
There are some people that when we sit down, we can't talk about any other thing than politics and things like that. And there are some people that when we sit down and talk, is how far your babe now, all those kind of things.
I know. Thank you for being sincere.
All those kind of things. So yes, there are some people that just want to flex and everything. But while I try to be friends with those kinds of people, I also try to put myself in amongst people that are serious about life and things like that. So I don't neglect that aspect of my life totally. You understand? As much as I feel like I can always balance it. There is always going to be a balance to these things. You can taste here and taste there. Do you understand? So that's the
Let's talk about faith. You're a Christian, and I know that your dad is a venerable.
Yes.
And so, living in that consciousness, there's certain lines you don't want to cross intentionally, not because those lines really they're not attractive.
Well, I would say I've had my personal conviction of Christ. I would like to tell a story anytime I'm asked about these things. But to people, it seems like, is this what made you really
like
believe in
it's
Christ?
something so small.
Do you understand? Yeah, so I was like in GS2 that time. Yeah, GS2. And I was in a boarding school. So I misplaced my shoes for about a week.
Wow.
Do you understand? So I was borrowing someone's
other people's shoes.
Yeah, I was borrowing, because you had to, if you didn't wear shoes to class, they would beat the hell out of you. So I was borrowing another person's shoe. And I was tired of it because the person that I was borrowing from was my junior, because he was...
Oh, wow. How embarrassing.
It was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
He was using the same size as me
you are,
at that time. So it was really embarrassing. I was tired of it. And that morning, we used to do sanitation.
Okay.
So the morning before that sanitation, I prayed. That was like the first time I know that I prayed.
You prayed, yeah?
Genuinely from
Why
my
did you
heart.
pray at the time?
I don't know. That was like my last resort.
Yeah.
I've
like,
looked
God,
for
just
it.
save me from this.
I've looked for it when they were dining or the classes. I didn't find it. And that morning, I actually knelt down.
Wow.
Yeah. It was like my last resort. I said, God, let me find these shoes before sanitation. Like I said, before sanitation.
And you found it.
And as I was about to take up the broom to sweep where they told me to sweep, someone just said, Ayo, see your shoes. I was really amazed.
Wow.
I was not happy to even see the shoes or anything. But the fact that I prayed before sanitation and before that sanitation actually started,
you found it. Wow.
I found the shoes. It was a really eye-opening experience for me.
That you can actually ask God for something. For me, most recently, I've had several experiences, but most recently, very similar to yours, my identity card. I was looking for it for almost 2 or 3 weeks, and I work at night, so it's just becoming extremely scary to close from work and go home at night without my identity card. One morning, I was just fed up. I prayed about it. I prepared what I was to wear to work, and I just said, no, I don't want to wear this. I want to wear one of my sweaters. I picked 2 sweaters, dipped my hand in it, and I found my ID card. Something I've been looking for weeks. Wow, that's very powerful.
So that was the point I knew that, okay, there is someone up there and he's looking after me, he's going to answer my prayers. So from there I started growing. I had my personal relationship with Christ. There have been times that I obviously fall off can't really
You give it, you take it back. You give
take it
it
back.
Where are you standing now?
You
are giving it.
Is given, yes.
Give it.
It's given.
Let's talk about politics finally.
Okay,
You're also a politician on campus.
Yeah.
Do you believe in not too young to run?
Okay.
That's in the bigger picture.
Okay. Before I answer your question, I'll not regard myself as a politician.
Okay.
I like to be in the political space. I was telling someone this not too long ago. Person was like, why do you keep running for this post? Is it because you're in political science?
Okay.
And
yeah.
I answered the person. I said, naturally, wherever I find myself, I feel the urge to serve. Do you understand?
Which is very rare among young people.
It is rare.
It's a very rare
From I think from 100 level, even before 100 level, SS class, I was class captain. 100 level became class rep, was not even my plan at all. In my 200 level, hostel representative. 300 level, welfare director, and my 400 level probably run for another post. So person said, I just told the person I always feel the urge to serve. And if politics is the way in which I can get to serve people, it is something I am willing to do. Do you understand? If that's the way in which I can get the opportunity to do what my heart desires, then I'm.
Do you think politics is a dirty game?
Yes,
you want to serve. Beautiful, fantastic quality. And thank God you're also studying political science and you can see the political landscape in the country. Do you think it's a dirty game? Do you think that the landscape currently will hinder or turn off that desire to serve?
For people that are faint-hearted, they might see the dark side of it and say, I'm not doing any longer. But I feel like
that means you're not faint-hearted.
I would not easily give up.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for watching this episode of Rooted. Do subscribe to this YouTube channel, Wells Television on YouTube. Do the same on Facebook at Wells Television. All right. And of course, remember to share, drop your comment so that you can keep the page active and the algorithm can recommend us to more people to watch. I will definitely see you in the next one.